So we are going to learn CK. We're actually going to practice it. CK, um, when to use um, CK. Now, when we hear the sound k, we know that it can be spelled with a C or a K. For example, the C takes O, A, and U, and any consonant. So if you hear an O, an A, a U, that includes short sounds, a, e, or any consonant, then you're going to spell it with a C. If the next letter is E or I, or the short sound, I, then you're going to use a K. Okay? If you hear k at the end of a word and it's after a short vowel, a, e, I, then you're going to use CK. Right. And an example of that would be duck. All right. It's always at the end of a syllable or a word. It's always after a short vowel. This word is rock. Rock. So you have the ah. Because it's a short vowel and we hear k at the end, we're going to spell it with a CK. Black. Ah is a short vowel sound. And so we hear k after the ah. We're going to spell it with a CK. Much easier to read than it is to spell. With the spelling, you have to know the rules. Same thing with doubling the letter. All right. When you make the k sound, the sound is closed off a little bit with your tongue at the back of your mouth, and then you're letting the air come through. It's called a plosive sound. And if it doesn't sound quite right, we can talk about tongue placement, mouth placement, and when the sound stops and comes out. But if you hear it fine and can produce it fine, then we're good. So from now on, we know that when we hear k in a word, it could be a C, it could be a K, or it could be a CK. The great thing about this one is it has very specific rules about when to use C, when to use K, and when to use CK. All right. All right. Back. Back. Okay. The reason I know that it's is because there's no reason to think that it's anything but an Okay. Let's do these together. Rock. Rock. Sick. Sick. Even though there's two letters, it really just makes that one sound. Ick. Pick. Truck. 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 The reason I did that one so many times is this TR can sometimes sound different than truck. Ick. Stick. And QU says qua. You never write Q without a U. For English words, you never write Q without a U. Qua. Qua. Makes two sounds. Qua. Ack. Quack. It makes two sounds, but they are not unique to the Q and the U. It's the Q and the U together make the qua sound. Qua. Which is actually two different sounds. All right. Um, oh, okay. I thought maybe they weren't different. Back, back. Qu, ick, quick. Clock, clock. The reason that it's a C is because the next letter is an L, and an L is a consonant, and C takes any of the consonants. Clock. All right. Uh-oh. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I know that I had my boxes here, but I don't seem to be finding them. Oh, I bet they're down here. All right, let's go over these again real quick. Said. AI shouldn't say eh, it does. Said. Your. It's the OU in the middle that does not make a sound that we would normally think an O and U sound is. And the word is your. Your. Want. Want. The A does not do what it's supposed to do, and it's usually a vowel that doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Want. Go. There's nothing special about this. When there is no consonant after an O, or after any vowel, the vowel will usually make its long sound and say its name. So there's really nothing tricky about this. Go. No. So maybe here is where. Okay. Well, goes, goes. So go, but the OE is not what it should do, and the S makes that Z sound. Goes. So that's why it's considered a tricky word. Says, the AY should say A, but it does not in this word. Says. So this word would be say, but then it's says. That's why that's the way it is. Oh, I know I added text boxes to these, but it was yesterday, so I can't seem to find it. So I'm just going to have to take a moment and do it again. But I'll just add one this time. All right, the first word we're going to spell is duck. 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 So we would start D, U, and because that vowel is short, it says the short sound we'll spell it with a CK. Duck. Okay. All right, now we're going to spell luck. Luck. O, it's an L, a U again, and it's making that short sound, and then I hear a K, so I'm going to put a CK. Luck. Okay, the next word is block. Block. So I hear B, O, A, K. Okay, I hear 4 sounds. B, O, A, K. Now, because that O says ah like it's supposed to, I'm going to spell the K with a CK. Block. Next word, track. 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 Now, I don't know why this gives us trouble, but it does sometimes. So let's really break it apart. T, truck. Okay, so T, R, is a U, makes it short sound. So the next K sound is K. We're going to spell it with a CK. Truck. All right, and the last one we're going to spell is stick. Stick. S, s, t, I, k, stick. Okay, now let's spell them each sound at a time. S, S, t, T, st, I, and I. It makes it short sound. The next sound I hear is K, CK, stick. All right, if those didn't give you any trouble, great. All right. Mom packs the best snacks. Snacks. Mom packs the best snacks. The or the, you can say it either way and it is acceptable. The duck got that ah really doesn't sound as much like an ah and got as it could. We could stretch it out and get it, but got, stuck. The duck got stuck in the muck. In the muck. Okay. I want, that's the one that A doesn't say ah. It says more of an a lazy sound. Want. Maybe it just makes its own sound. I don't know. Want. Sometimes we just got to learn them. Want. I want to, okay, it should say toe, right? Because we just talked about that if a word ends in a vowel and doesn't have a consonant after it, it should make its long sound. But what happens here is it doesn't. To. And do does the exact same thing. Okay. I want to pick up a stick and a brick. I want to pick up a stick and a brick. All right. So, this is a decodable text. You can pause the video and read through it, make notes of any word that gives you trouble, or if you just read right through it. Okay. Okay. Um, this is kind of a grammar thing, but anytime we see a comma, it's a short pause. Of course, anytime we see a period, right, that's the end of the thought. It would be a little bit longer of a pause. But anytime we see a comma, we would pause just a little bit. At the snack stand, he sees his pals, Beck and Nick. If you just read right through it, sometimes you're connecting the wrong things. At the snack stand, he sees his pals, Beck and Nick. It In this particular case, we probably wouldn't connect anything wrong, but those commas are phrases and they should be paused at a little bit. The quotation marks means someone is used saying those exact words. In this case, he yells it, but um, it's their exact words. All right. As you read through that, if any words give you trouble, just make a note of it and let me know. Or let me know I breezed right through it, or I got through it fine, but it was fine. Like, it was fine. Okay. All right.